The Economic Community of West African States is training Nigerian experts to build their capacity to development projects to enable them to access the Green Climate Funds. The 4-day training is organized by ECOWAS in collaboration with the Swedish Cooperation and the Federal Ministry of Environment, with the aims to support the efforts of developing countries to respond to the challenges of climate change. The Director, Environment and Natural Resources of the ECOWAS Commission said that the training was one of the series for ECOWAS countries to build experts to support the efforts of their countries to access the funds.
In order to assist countries overcome these challenges, ECOWAS Commission has since 2015 initiated several capacity building programs for the designated national authorities, the DNAs, on procedures for accessing the said funds, in particular, the Green Climate Funds and the Adaptation Fund. Since 2018, a new approach has been initiated and conducted that links the training of experts at the national level on the formulation of projects to meet the criteria of the Green Climate Funds and the Adaptation Fund. So, ladies and gentlemen, today's workshop marks another step in a series of training for all the 15 member countries of ECOWAS in order to allow each of our countries to have a pool of experts. We want to stress this. We want you to be part of the pool of experts for which reason you have been identified and invited here, who can be supported with the needed knowledge so that you can also support the DNA of Nigeria in coordination of the projects and programs development with the various development sectors and actors aimed at mobilizing resources from existing climate funds. In this regard, we are very hopeful that the national experts who will receive who will receive this training during the next 4 days will be able to help boost the efforts already made by Nigeria to access the resources of the Green Climate Funds in particular.
For her part, Mrs. Halima Bawa Buhari, Acting Director, Department of Climate Change, Federal Ministry of Environment, represented by Mrs. Benedict Ejiofor, said the training was timely because it will build the capacity of participants in the area of project formulation and development.
In line with the implementation of Nigeria's nationally determined contributions, NDCs. Climate change has become a critical issue of our time, and we are at a defining moment in its history. From changing weather patterns that threaten food security to rising sea levels that increase the risk of catastrophic flooding. The impacts of climate change are global in scope and unprecedented in scale. If drastic and decisive actions are not taken now, coping with these impacts in the future will be more difficult and costly. 5 sectors were identified in the course of developing the NDCs, namely agriculture, oil and gas, industry, power, and transport, for which sectoral action plans have been developed. Namely, implementation of these actions would require coming up with projects to tackle identified climate change impact, for which GCF, Green Climate Fund, Adaptation Fund, Global Environmental Facility, GEF, and others have been and are still providing funds to execute.
A participant, founder of Fresh and Young Brains Development Initiative, has this to say.
I intended at the end of the 4 days that we're here to be able to join other experts selected across different government and civil society organizations to develop 2 concrete projects that can help Nigeria adapt to the impact of climate change and possibly mitigate the impact.